In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up CRON expression trigger in N8N. Now, the first thing you want to do is open your workflow, and you want to click on this plus button top right to actually open the nodes panel. Here inside nodes, you want to look for CRON, so just type in CRON, and the CRON is going to be available inside this schedule trigger over here, so that's the one you want to put on, okay? So I'm just going to click on it like this, and that's what's going to pop up. Now, as you were able to see over here, I do have this code node. Just ignore this, I just actually pre-built that just to show you how it's actually working, okay? So right now, we should focus on this schedule trigger over here, which is going to be our cron expression trigger, okay? So whenever you're inside, you can double click on it if you close it by mistake. Then over here, it says trigger interval, okay? Now, the first thing you have to do in here is the following. You want to click on it, and you want to change it to custom, and then it says cron in the brackets. Now, whenever you do this here, you can see it says expression, okay? And here you can see there's like some random format, which I'm going to explain to you right now. So you can think of a cron expression in N8N as a precise schedule alarm for your workflow. So instead of saying run this every day or whenever I click or whatever, a cron expression uses a specific 5 or 6 field format to say run this at exactly 4:30 a.m. every Tuesday or something similar, okay? So that's why this is great. Now over here in your N8N, you'll typically basically encounter it inside your schedule trigger node, and that's where basically we are using it right now, okay? For now, I do think that's the best way to set it up. Now, first you have to know the anatomy of a cron expression to actually be able to use it. Now over here, like a standard cron expression is just a single line of text made up of 5 or 6 fields, okay? Separated by spaces, as you can see down here. So in our case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? In this case, there's 6 of them. Now each field represents a unit of time, and I'll tell you what I actually mean by this. So over here you can read them from left to right. You can see it says second, minute, hour, day of month, and day of week. So in here basically these things are units of time. So when it comes to second, allowed values are going to be 0 to 59. Of course, because there's 0 to 59 are going to be the seconds in a minute. Now minutes are going to be 0 to 59 as well, because there again is 60 minutes in an hour. Hours are going to be 0 to 23 because we're using a 24-hour format. Then days of month over here are going to be 1 to 31, okay? Because, of course, the month can have at max 31 days. And then over here where it says month, you can have 1 to 12. So numbers 1 to 12 are going to go in here. Or, of course, you could do, for example, JAN for January and, for example, DEC for December. Or, of course, 3 first basically letters of every single month. Now, those two are possible. And then day of week is going to be from 0 to 7, where 0 or 7 is usually Sunday. Or you could also use sun and sat and stuff like that. So the first 3 letters as well, okay? Now, let me give you some examples you can actually use over here as well, okay? Because that's pretty much it. However, there's other things as well, okay? So let me show you. Now, for example, if I do this the following way, if I do the second, for example, 0, and then spacebar minute is going to be 0, and then the spacebar hour, if I do this, for example, 10, this means that it's the 10th hour of the day. So here, of course, I'm just going to put this at 10, which means it's going to trigger at 10 a.m., and then I can just go ahead and do zeros for the rest, okay? So it's going to be on the, for example, first or second or whatever. So I could do like, I don't know, maybe like, let's just imagine a random day over here. So this is going to trigger it at 10 a.m. However, we still have to select the day of month, and day of week, okay? So in this case, if you actually wanna, of course, type these in, you could do that. So for example, I'm gonna go for a day of month over here. So I'm gonna do 1, and then the month is gonna be 1, and then day of week is going to be, I'm just gonna put, let's just do 0, which in our case is going to be a Sunday, okay? So this is going to trigger at 10 a.m. on the 1st of January at, of course, on a Sunday, okay? So let's just pretend that's, of course, that way. Now, of course, if you do want to just to trigger on every single day, you can also use different kind of special characters, which are kind of the wildcards in here. So if I want this to just trigger at every 10 a.m. every single day, instead of putting in day of month, or day of week, I can just put in the asterisk, okay? So we can just do it like that, and that's going to put in basically, it's going to mean every month, every day of the week, and every day of the month, okay? So that's essentially how you can do this for example, 10 a.m. Now, what you can also do is use commas. Now, commas are going to allow you to choose multiple specific times. So, of course, you could do, for example, if you want to run on the 1st and the 10th, or for example, over here, if I want to run at, let's just say I wanted to run at 10 a.m. and then 12 as well, you could use it like this. For that, you can use the comma, okay? Now, of course, you could also use the dash. So dash is going to be like a through. It defines a range. So if I put it over here, for example, from 10 to 12, it's going to run it from 10 to 12, okay? So that's, of course, how it's going to do every single hour. And then what you can also do is use slash. Now, in this case, this is going to be increments, and this is going to be like specified intervals, and yeah, you could use those as well. So let me actually give you some real-world examples. Now, we're going to type in some random ones. Now, for example, 0, 9, and then we're going to do asterisk, asterisk, and then 1 to 5. Now, what this will do, of course, you can go ahead and try seeing what this will do, but what this is going to do is, here, it's going to basically run exactly at 9 a.m. every day from Monday through Friday, okay? So, I also noticed I forgot to put a 0 in the beginning. There we go. That's going to work. So, it's going to run at 10 a.m. every single day from Monday through Friday, okay? So because we put 9 on the hour over here, it's going to be day of the month is going to be every month is going to be every month, and then day of week, it's going to be basically Monday through Friday, okay? So this is going to be like, for example, like a Slack report or something simple, just like that. Now, what you could also do is, for example, this, so I'm going to do 0, or I'm going to do like a 0 as the second, and then I'm going to do star slash 15, and then I'm going to do asterisk, 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 and then asterisk again, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of them are over here. In this case, it's going to run every 15 minutes, every hour, every day, okay? Because we put it over here as the minute and then the hour, and we, of course, it's going to run every day because we put the stars or the asterisks over here. And then, of course, we could do something else as well. So, for example, we could do like maybe like 0, 0, and then, for example, like 0, 1, and then asterisk, asterisk. And what this is going to do, it's going to run it, for example, at midnight of the 1st of every month, because here we have like 0, 0, 0, which means it's going to be on hour 0, midnight, and then day of month is going to be the 1st, and then month is going to be every month and every day of the week, no matter which day it is, okay? So if I just schedule now a simple one here, I'm going to do 0, 0, so second minute is going to be 0, hour is going to be, let's just do, for example, 11, and then I'm going to do this asterisk, asterisk, and then asterisk again. Now, this is going to trigger every single day at 11 a.m., so, of course, whenever you do that, you can just go ahead and close it and connect it to whatever you want. I'm going to connect this to my code node, and let's just pretend it's 11 a.m. right now. I can just go ahead and click on Execute Workflow, and it's going to execute the workflow, and as you can see, if I now click in it, there we go, it now sends the message which I pre-coded, okay? So that's how to use this over here inside N8N. You can set up CRON expression trigger very easily. I hope this was understanding. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please subscribe to the channel and help me out as well.